I never thought an innocent family reunion would unravel my entire relationship, but there I was, standing awkwardly in a crowded backyard, trying to blend in with strangers who felt more like characters in a twisted soap opera. My boyfriend had always been a bit secretive about his family, but he finally invited me to meet them, and I saw it as a big step forward. As I mingled, I noticed a woman who seemed strangely familiar with him, her hand resting on his arm as she laughed at his jokes. Curiosity gnawed at me, but I brushed it off as paranoia. Later, as we gathered around the grill, the woman approached me, her eyes filled with something I couldn't quite place. "How do you know him?" she asked, her voice dripping with an intensity that made my heart race. I hesitated, but something in her gaze urged me to spill the truth. "He's my boyfriend," I said, trying to sound confident. Her laughter was sharp and unexpected, cutting through the air like a siren. "He's my husband," she replied, her words bouncing around in my head like a cruel echo. The world spun as I processed her confession, realizing I was just a piece in his double life. The confrontation was inevitable. I marched up to him, anger bubbling beneath my skin, ready to explode. "Care to explain how you're both a boyfriend and a husband?" I spat, my voice louder than intended. His face strained of color, and I could see the gears turning as he searched for an escape. He stammered, trying to weave a web of excuses, but the truth was out, and there was no turning back. The betrayal cut deep, leaving a gaping wound where trust once resided. I stormed away, leaving him to face the repercussions of his deceit. In the aftermath, I grappled with the internal conflict that had been lurking beneath the surface of our relationship. My instincts had whispered warnings, but I'd ignored them, blinded by love and the desire for a perfect romance. The revelation forced me to confront my own naivety, to question why I'd been so willing to accept half-truths and vague explanations. As I packed my things and left the life I thought I knew, I realized the most shocking twist wasn't his betrayal, but the realization that I'd betrayed myself by ignoring the signs.